you'll forgive me for, again, bringing in the Schumer book, but one of the things that struck me reading it is the things that are not there. And two things that were not there were, he talks about this explosion of anti-Semitism in the United States, the usual thing. Every few years they start with a new anti-Semitism. But amidst this alleged explosion of anti-Semitism, there was a very good chance, were it not for the Democratic Party, that a septuagenarian Jew, J.E.W. from Brooklyn, would have been president of the United States. How do you explain that if you claim there's this explosion of anti-Semitism? Bernie Sanders was en route to winning the Democratic Party primary until South Carolina. Everybody thought, until South Carolina, that he was going to sweep Super Tuesday. Bernie Sanders won every single cohort under 30, blacks, Latinos, every single breakdown they use, he won every single one under 30, if you looked at the polls for the Democratic Party. There was no doubt in my mind. I'm not saying I'm the last word in the subject, but I did follow things pretty closely. He would have gotten a slice of Trump's space, maybe 10%, maybe more. That's all he needed to win. So there's this, but why? Because people didn't give a darn that he was Jewish from Brooklyn. He spoke to them. He not only spoke to their needs, he spoke to their needs with sympathy, real sympathy. That's why he had a chance. So there was a possibility. I recognize there's a problem here. I say it every day. I look at it, there's a problem here. I know that. The assaults on the university, and believe me, I am the last person to have this awe and deference to the university system. I recognize real achievement. I have no problem with that. I recognize I'm not first rank. I'm not second rank. I doubt I'm even third or fourth rank. I doubt it. And you know what? That's life. It's the God's throw of the dice. I know I work hard, but as Edison famously said, genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. I'm at least 97% on the perspiration until my brain just dies out on me. That's not my lack of will, but my brain says, no, the wheel stopped turning. I didn't get the 1% of inspiration. Very few people do, I do recognize there's a problem with what's going on at the universities now, the terror that's being wreaked on the foreign students, and soon it will not just be foreign students, that's just a matter of time. I recognize all that, and I'm very concerned about that. On the other hand, it didn't start under Trump. Let's stop that pretense. They don't even care, the ruling elites in the Democratic Party, about certain of the assaults. If it's going after people who don't like genocide, they don't care. If it's going after the Middle East Studies Department, they don't care. What was Chuck Schumer's reaction to Mahmoud Khalil's arrest? Did you read his reaction? Mm-hmm. He tweeted, Mahmoud Khalil was arrested. Trump should present the evidence. If there's no evidence, he should be freed. That's it. It's not about a wholesale assault on academia. It's not about students being terrorized. It's not about a reign of terror having settled on academia right now. It's just one person, he was arrested, the evidence should be presented, and if there's no evidence, the charges should be dropped. That's all he saw. That's all he saw. You know why that's all he saw? Because his donors are behind it. His class is behind the whole thing. So how could he criticize it beyond a mistaken arrest? That's all it is. Maybe there was a mistake in the arrest. So, yes, I am concerned about it, for sure. But as I said, with the caveats, it didn't start under Trump. That's just a flat-out lie. And for most of the targets thus far, the ruling elites support it because the Jewish supremacist billionaire class supports it.